he already knows how to take a shower, how to wash himself. He already knows where he needs to pee and poop. Nobody taught him anything. How can this be possible? Hmm?
Nature.
All right, so nature. So what is nature, Anna? What? So nature. It's nature, of course, because the kitten knows how to do everything. And nature, right? It's already nature. And but what is the difference between life and nature?
Life is nurture, and nature, you can,
It's that thing
you
here.
are born with certain things that human beings or animals or whatever, they come with certain skill that probably they can develop through their interaction with the environment. But also nurture help you in life.
So life is nurture. Yeah.
You nurture people in life. There are interaction. You nurture socially, physically, emotionally.
Yeah, but it's all external, right? So if you get nurtured by the external, if I get nurtured by Joe, for example, he's from England, right? And if I go to England, I'm gonna be nurtured by the environment of England. I'm gonna like huh? No, but things that the culture there, right?
Fish and chips. Yeah.
Fish and chips. That's right. That's the food. And if I'm in Brazil, I'm gonna like the things in Brazil. I'm gonna like soccer. I'm gonna sell my soul for soccer and stuff like that. So see, so external.
But nurture can be internal too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, in relationship, what you do.
That's not internal. Relationship is external.
Yeah, but when you go into people,
Oh, then with yourself it is, but then it's not nurtured. Then it's discovering.
okay, well, from a combination of both.
Right? Because, for example, when you next to somebody, you next to your friend there, and she does something that you don't like it.
I will tell her.
Okay, hold on. You can tell her, that's fine. And but if you don't tell her, you're gonna feel very strong about it. You're gonna get mad, but it's all happening inside here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that people see the outside and see that you are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see in the inside that you are very mad, very disappointed. So in that moment, life for you is happening internally. So life happens always internally. Right? So that's it's happening here because you got mad because she did something. You did not respect her free will of choose and do things, and then you got upset with her action. So you became very mad, but it's inside here, and nobody knows that you are mad. So your life right now, the moment that you are mad, your life you're living as an angry person. So what does this means? It means that life is, the meaning of life is what?
To be happy. You try to be happy in life.
It's
In your heart.
the meaning of life is the meaning you give to life. There is people that is angry all the time. There is people that are sad all the time. And so they are giving this type of meaning to life.
Attitude. Attitude.
Yes, the meaning, the attitude that you're given is the attitude, the response that you're given to everything that is happening in life around you is the meaning that you're giving to your life.
Exactly.
Everybody has one reality. Everybody lives in a different reality. We are here on the same planet, same country, same room. But if I look at her, she's in one reality. If I look at her, she's in another reality, and so on and so forth. So life is not this here outside. Life is what's happening here, inside of us. And the meaning of life, we are the one who gives meaning to life. Because life is neutral. Because if you go to a desert, for example, and there is no living being there, Do you call that life? For the sand? It's just neutral. It's just existence. What we call life is the reaction that we give to everything that happens around us. And then we start giving meaning to life. Right? I'm young. Oh, I want to get married. And I'm going to look for somebody to date and get married. I'm giving meaning to my life. It's not that nobody told me, like society, I use a bad example because society always tells you need to grow, get married, have kids, and this and this. Right? So I should have used a different example. Because we are always following society, right? We never come up with something original of us. And when we come up with something original and is against the society, we are called an outsider and you're not going to make it and so on and so forth. But life today, as we see it, we are always focused on the external. I need to do this because that's what society says. I need to be this because that's what society says, right? So we are always dealing with life with the external. We are forgetting, we're already born with the meaning of society to life. If you see a young girl today, and this young girl or young boy comes to you and says, I'm never going to get married, I don't want to have kids. Everybody's going to say, oh my God, why you want to do something like that? Huh? So we already have everything set by society external. And that's the reason why we forget to live the life that is here, that what we want. Because according to everything that we see, we were created by the creation and we have free will. So-called free will, right? But our choices is not based in our free will. Our choices are based in what she's going to say, what are they going to think about me, how I'm going to look in the picture. If you make a choice looking inside of you, you're going to see that your choice is going to be completely different what is the external wants you to do. So when you start giving meaning to your life, real meaning, you're not going to focus on the external. Because we are here today because we believe that we are more than this body, right? Everybody believe here that they have a soul and we're going to continue live on? Do we? Right?
Yeah.
You do? Right? You do? That's what we call be a spiritualist. It's the survival of the soul after death. We're going to continue living. So if we look at this point of view, life is not what it dies. Life is what's continue going. And is us. And why we are living the life related to the external? Why are we giving meaning to our life related to everything that is not forever? Did you ever ask that question?
Yes. I think that depends on the level of each person. Depends on the level that you're living, depends on what kind of experience that you need to work, spiritually and for your evolution, because each spirit, we are kind of in the same level, but still with different needs. So each person, I believe, gives looking for the experiences that the spirit of this person needs for the evolution, or maybe just to feel themselves.
I've been in this center for many years, many years. I've been, doing this for many years. And the one thing, I can only talk about my experience. And what I see that people don't change. It's very hard for people to change. And that's the reason why people don't change. Because they believes the meaning of life is all fixed on the external. And you can stay inside a Spiritist center for 50 years. If you don't change the meaning of life for the internal, transformation will never happen. Never happen. It will never happen. Because you said that meaning of life is love and evolution, right? To evolve. But how you evolve how? What is evolution?
Well, during your whole life you study, you do a lot of things that really have meaning for you internally, and at least myself. I always search for something to feed me inside, and everything I do is something that really, really means something to me. I don't do it because everybody does it. Many of my friends or people that I know, they don't do these things.
Right.
So I think the search that you have for your meaning, also for your, I put it enrichment on the spirituality inside of you, your spirit, your soul, is something that you do through your life.
You do.
Have a meaning for you.
But transformation only happens when you are one thing and then you become another. That's transformation. That's what I'm saying. Because we can read all the books in the world, have all the knowledge in the world. This is only on theory. If you don't experiment that, there is no evolution. It's like a book that you never read it. That book is not going to make any difference if it's closed on your shelf. And that's what we do with knowledge, with the books that we have, that we read. Because we read, we find wonderful, but we do not experience.
But don't you think that it's gradually that you do that? Like if, for example, we start coming to these classes or to these talks or...
Well, this is here right now.
Little by little, you are doing it.
I know, but do you believe in reincarnation?
I believe... I have...
Do you believe in...
Ask me a question. I still have a lot of trouble with reincarnation.
Okay, that's good.
I know that probably exists. But
Okay.
I have a lot of belief in life after life because I have a lot of connections.
That's fine.
So what I'm trying to say that it's just something for me difficult to understand,
Right.
but I know that probably exists.
You're only going to understand when you experiment this. Right? So, of course, we have difficulty in a lot of the areas because we don't experiment. But reincarnation does exist. It's a natural law. It happens in this planet and it happens in every planet on the universe. With different races, with this race, with everything. And reincarnation, it's the process of, we keep coming back here over and over and over because we did not transform ourselves. Because there was no path of evolution, like we so called. And that's why we keep on this cycle. Now, when we start, because we are always focused on the meaning of life and external. We don't put up meaning of life here only. And it does not matter what happened outside. Because when you start looking here, then you're going to start policing yourself and asking questions to yourself. Why did I get mad when she said something? Why did I get mad when somebody chose something? And if you ask those questions, that's the process of transformation. My God, I got mad because I want her to think just like me. I want her to believe me. I want her to be like me. I want her to do what I believe in. Right? So we are giving the meaning instead of, we give meaning to our life, and also we're going to give meaning to other people's life also, because we don't want people to do what they want to do. We want people to do what we wanted to do. And that's why we get upset. That's why we go to wars. That's why we hate. That's why we fight. That's why we have disagreement. Because of judging. Our meaning of life is to put everything external, judging everything, okay? And forget what's going on here. If you're very mad, somebody comes to you and say, what's going on with you, Ejimari? You're going to say, no, I'm okay. You're going to put the angel face and say, no, I'm fine. But here, it's hell. Happened to us all the time. All the time. But we are not, I'm not going to use the word strong enough, but we are not focused enough to be real with us and say, listen, something's happening to me. Let me identify this here, what's going on with me. Why I explode when people say this. Why I explode when people judge me. Why I act different when they say I'm wrong or when they say I'm lying. Why I lose my sense of myself when some people does things. We need to start asking questions because transformation will happen when this happens, when the judging stops. 386 times that man with long hair 2,000 years ago said it about judgment. That's why he focused so much in judging. Because as soon as we stop judging, you stop giving meaning to life and external, and you just focus in yourself. And it does not matter what the other one do. If you had a question today about life, what was it? What would it be? If it's one person here that could answer any of your question, any, what would it be?
What's my mission?
There is no mission.
Who told you?
There's no mission. What's mission for what?
The mission for this life.
So who gave you the mission? Let's start in the beginning.
It's no.
Who gave you that mission to start?
I don't think that's because someone gave me the mission. It's because the needs of my soul need that kind of a mission for this life, for the evolution.
This is what you believe, right?
Yes.
Did you experience that already?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
I'm not sure.
Now, so you didn't experience, so this is still a theory.
Yeah.
You could be
Or,
mistaken.
okay.
Simple as that. Or you could be right.
Okay.
But you're only going to be sure when you experience that you mentioned that.
But I think she has this experience right here.
Her mission?
Yeah, no, living the way she said she's going to live with the experience and to evolution.
Mhm.
She's living right now.
She's living what? The process of evolution?
Yeah, because we are here.
Oh, so just to be here, we are evolving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you are learning. It's a continuous learning and continue transforming yourself and continue evolving to whatever you want to become. And exactly, you have believe in a society that you need to kind of go with the
What's your name again?
Paula.
Paula. So how you know you're evolving?
Because I know myself and
Oh.
I analyze myself during the time that since I was a child, I know that I have been enriching in this area or lacking on this other area or this or that. And I try to learn as much as I can and apply that learning to my life. Because
Okay.
I am not an automatic system and I'm not an automatic soul. And every time I discover more of my soul and learn more, I kind of try to enrich it with different things.
And did you ever experience evolution? tell me the experience in evolution.
I think I evolved a lot since I was a child.
Oh, no, you evolve as a physical body, you grown.
No.
Intellectuality.
Intellectually, well, physically for sure, but mostly spiritually. I noticed a lot of difference, a lot, even in the last 5 years, more than I was 5 years ago.
Okay.
It's just something that every human being goes there, that some people are more conscious, that's true. Some people probably are more unconscious doing it, but I don't think people are like robots walking like this and not thinking about enriching themselves spirituality inside of them. Because the fact that you relate to people and there are love and connections and service and do a lot of stuff, that really helps you to get to know your inside.
Well, right. What you're saying, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what we are looking for. That's what we think. But you are evolving according to your beliefs. What are the things that you think exterior is the thing that you believe. The evolution that everybody here thinks, including me, it's according to your beliefs. It's according to the things that you think is right, that you think that is wrong. You read,
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So it's your reality only.
Okay, but you connect in a society with other people. So in that society, you connect with people that are still like we are here. All of us here, we are connected to.
No, but the question is how you know you are evolving, because you don't know your past. If right, you have a hard time believing in reincarnation, and that's okay. What difference if you have only one life? YOLO, you only live one life. How you move spiritually on this life? Did you ever meet somebody that is highly evolved spiritually? So you can, through experience, put in check what you think it's your truth. That's what I'm trying to say. If we don't put into practice and experience, it's going to be just theory, because you have this theory that you just said. Other people have others, completely different than what you're saying. And who's right and wrong? Here we go, because there is many ways to do the same thing, right? But what is going to be our starting point? And
the reincarnation is fine.
yeah, but
that's why we keep coming back, because we're not learning and evolving.
and if you study, if you study reincarnation, if you were going to mention reincarnation, everything good then? Yeah. I was so bored that she's sleeping. So, if you are meeting, experiment in spirituality, because to experiment spirituality is something outside of the physical world, right? Edimara, did you ever experience a spirituality outside the physical world? See, she's going to say her experience. Joe is going to tell his experience outside the body, because that's what spirituality is. Something above the physical world. It's something above the five senses, right? So then is experience. Then you're going to say, oh my God, I feel one with the universe. I saw light. I felt wonderful in this and this and that. So it's according to their point of view. It's according to their truth. And that truth is based in everything that we leave external. Because we don't take the time to go in. And it's all here already. Right? So he's studying Spiritism. I don't know how deep you guys study Spiritism is, but the understanding of Spiritism is. But the first question of the Spiritist book is, what is God? He said that the intelligence of and the main thing in the creation of the universe. Intelligence and the basic of everything in the universe. So that's why I mentioned the kitty, because the intelligence is already there. When you plant a seed, you don't tell the seed that you're going to become a tree and give fruits. It's already inside that, because that seed is part of creation. And if it's part of a creation, already have the intelligence in there. Okay? But that seed does not have the consciousness of individuality, of yourself. A dog doesn't have, an animal doesn't have. We do. You have the consciousness that you are Paula, right? You do, right? Now, if you have a dog or a cat, you call him by the name Toby, he's just going to answer because when he hears that, he learned that his name, but he doesn't have a consciousness that he is a dog. And that's the difference. And that's what we talk about, evolution process. Those animals, the minerals, everything is going to evolve. Some minerals, there is a evolution process also in the minerals, but there is no consciousness, just intelligence being applied on the universe. A star explodes, gas all over the place, then compress the gas and creates a new star. So who's doing that? When you're sleeping, you're breathing. Are you telling your body, breathe when? So who's doing that? Who's doing all this work without telling them? Is the intelligence already embedded in everything? And we already have everything embedded. It's just that we don't look into it. Now, if we look into it, the meaning of life that we had on the external is going to change. Because if you focus on your internal, you're going to discover something way bigger than anything external. And that's what every spiritual person in the world wants to do and preach to do. Every religion, is to look inside internal. Even Jesus Christ said, what did he say? Where is the kingdom of heavens? What he said?
It's in you. It's inside of you.
It's inside of you. So why did he use that 2,000 years ago? Because he could not use the language that I'm using here. Right? So everything is already inside here. But the meaning of our life is always focused on external. But life only happens in here.
But do you know why I have such a difficulty with reincarnation? And it is because I want to see my mom and my dad and my grandma and everybody that died, my husband, before me. I would like to have those encounters. And I know they are there. I know that. I am 100%. I believe in life after life. I believe in that. I know that does exist. So when I ask the question about reincarnation to people that have been studying a lot of this and that, they say, look, this is like a tree. Part of you can reincarnate, but your essence get there. So when you die, even if you die, you are going to see your mom, because they will be there. But part of them also, they will reincarnate. And that's the part that really...
You don't know if anyway. See,
No, wait, but this is your belief.
Many, I read it in books, I have been in a lot of these talks, and they
What?
tell you these things. And all of you have 100% security about reincarnation and about life after life and things that you do. Do you remember your life before? Well, I think you're blessed with that, but I don't. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But
But the thing is, for you to talk about reincarnation, Paula, for example, for you to talk about anything. So I work with, I'm a systems engineer, right? So I know a lot about systems because I work with that. She's a teacher, so she knows about teaching. I cannot go there and say, listen, you should teach the kids like this. No, this is her field, and she knows what she's doing, right? For you to understand about reincarnation, you need to dip in yourself into it. You need to dedicate yourself in study and practice of that activity. And instead of having I think it's this, I think it's that, or listen to other people. That's what you need to do. And reincarnation is a huge process. The reincarnation process is different for every single soul on this planet. None of them is equal. And every person goes to a different place after die. Okay? So when you say, oh, I know they are there. They are where? See?
Somewhere.
Huh?
Somewhere.
See, so if you want the answer for those things, apply yourself into that direction and experience that, right? So you can experiment that, and then you're going to have your answer. You can have answers. You read a book here about reincarnation, but it's the experience of one being, like André Luiz, for example, his experience. And then the other one has another experience. What you're looking for a fixed recipe, and there is no fixed recipe. Yes?
So you're saying, instead of me like focusing on whatever that person's book or her reincarnation, I look into my experience, my reincarnation.
Yeah, you can.
Understand it more.
Yes, of course. Yes. Because look, I've been studying spirituality for a long time. I work as a medium for 26 years. Okay? And I've seen things a lot in the meetings that I go to every week. And it's never the same. Never the same. Because everybody is a different universe. Everybody is a different vibration. Everybody is a different way of living. So you cannot have a recipe for one thing. I know you want it, and everybody wants it. Right? So when my mother died, for example, it took me 6 months to get in contact with her. And I was, well, what's going on here? Right? 6 months? It should be immediately, right? So that's my belief. But as you dig in inside and more, you see that's not always the way we think it is. And that's why we need to put ourselves in. We need to dedicate ourselves. If you want something, you need to dedicate yourself into it. You stop listening to people, read it, listen, confirm, practice. Experience, especially spirituality, because out there's a lot of people saying a lot of things. And when you experiment, it's not. And that's the advice that I give you. Okay, it's very hard. We have letters here, Paula, and it's very hard for you to connect to a spirit. Really hard. It's not easy. It's not like knock the door and open, he's going to come in this. We don't know the situation of the soul is. We don't know what she is. We don't know her beliefs. She has free will. We need to respect the beliefs, right? I've seen episodes in the mediumship meetings that when they bring those individuals and they believe the word nothing according to life after death, they believe they're going to be sleeping. And then when you talk to them and say, listen, why am I sleeping? I died, and why am I sleeping? Why am I walking around here and nobody knows me? Because their belief it was, when I'm dying, I'm going to sleep and wait for Judgment Day. So it doesn't matter what you tell them. It's not going to get in because they already have the belief already firm, and they're going to continue walking around trying to answer the question according to their beliefs. They don't want to open their mind to receive something new because I might be in a wrong way of believing. If I turn here, things must be better. But you need to be open for that. You need to be very open. To be certain of things is the worst thing in the world. You need to live in doubt, always in doubt, always questioning, because there is nothing certain in this universe. Believe me, there is nothing certain. Especially in the process of spirituality or reincarnation or whatever it is, and life per se. Everybody's going to live a different life. When you turn into yourself inside you, and then you quiet everything outside, and then everything opens, okay? Everything opens. You can listen more. You can see more, but you're not going to see with these eyes, right? And that's right, the exercise of meditation today is the only path to spirituality. It is the only path. Because when you are meeting and you are communicating with the Spirit, 70% that you're putting out is yours. 20% is coming from the Spirit. I know. Now, when you take somebody that meditates, they know how to quiet their mind, and then it's a 50-50. And then it's good. But who here meditates every day? It's good. Continue on that path. Meditate every day, because it's the only path for us is meditation. For you to do anything in your life, anything. And if you want answers, through your meditation, you get them. You don't need to go to a Spiritist center. You don't need to talk to a medium. You don't do anything. If you go deep enough into your meditation, if you're serious enough into your meditation, you get the answer of everything. You know why? You know why?
Because you have the experience.
It's because it's already on you. Everything.
And then you stimulate your intuition.
Yes, you stimulate your intuition. Intuition, it's the collective conscious of the universe. The collective conscious of the universe. So let's go bring down a little bit. So if you connect to the collective consciousness of this planet, of the planet here, if you connect to this conscious only, you're going to be able to get all your answers that you want in any field. Because she's a teacher. Her consciousness is already part of that. If you want to know anything about teaching, you're going to connect that, and you're going to be able to connect in this conscious and get your answer. But we are not. We are only focused here on immediate results. I want somebody to bring it to me and give it here. Not going to happen. We talked about so much about evolution. That's evolution. Evolution, it does not happen in group. It is an individual task. An individual task. Because you do it in your own time. You do it in your own way. You do it in your own beliefs. As long as you're doing it with yourself. But we are so used to sit down, right, and listen, okay? And if you connect to that thing that I believe in, I'm happy. If it doesn't connect with what I don't believe in, I don't think he was good or she was good or this is good. Because we're still trying to acquire intellectuality instead of acquiring spirituality. And that's right, when we mention meaning of life, because like she said, she taught her meaning of life, she came here with a mission. Right? And a lot of people think it's a mission, right? But the mission that she think it is, and that I think, or everybody think, is to do something to the world, to help the world to get better, to help people. No.
Not exactly.
The mission is to discover who you really are. Who you really are. That's the only reason we are on this physical body. Is to get out of here with absolutely sure who we are. Who are you?
I'm not sure.
Who are you? Here you go. Who are you?
I don't know exactly. I'm progress, yeah?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm progress.
See?
Still there, yeah.
So that's your mission, is to find out who you are. Is to go dig in.
But when I say the mission,
Mhm.
I was not really point out like to do something extraordinary for the humanity.
Okay.
It was for my own evolution, for my own learning.
And then what is it?
Was I'm not sure if I find out yet.
Mhm.
I don't think so. I still learning every day.
But you just like the seed that I said here. You already have all inside of you. You just need to access it. We don't access it because our focus is in external.
I agree.
That's what it is. We think the meaning of life, we came here to do something. And we don't came here to do anything. Nada. Niente. We came here
Live an experience.
to live the experience. But that experience needs to be with you. With you.
And when since you are 5 years old, you knew what you want to do in life. That in my case was being a teacher. My whole life I have been a teacher. It's something that I felt since I was little.
That's fine.
So that's something that you know about yourself that you want to do.
That's fine. But to be a teacher is to work the external. Yeah.
Everything has to do with your way of how you
Yeah.
are inside.
Paula, what you gonna teach people?
No, I teach. I am an educator. I teach people how to work with young children.
There you go. Something external. It's a technique that you learn, that somebody created.
Combination of both all the time.
Hmm?
Isn't a combination of both all the time?
No, because remember, you cannot put outside the world your own beliefs. When you teaching, when we say teaching, because this word is tough, right? We teach, like in a school here, we're teaching how to read, how to math and stuff like that. That's external, okay? Because the teach that she teaches in the United States is different in Brazil. Every place is different. So she's teaching what she have as a profession, something external, okay? Now, in spirituality, there is no teaching in spirituality. There is only living. And the only way for you to experience that is for you to see yourself, to find yourself, to know who you really are. Because if I ask you, you're going to say, I'm an educator, and you're not an educator. This is your profession.
Today.
Right? But the day you find yourself, you're going to say, I am one with everything. When you find yourself. Because I can ask her, who are you? She's going to tell, I'm Cynthia. No, I'm not asking your name. Understand? And that's what we are always focused on external and identifying ourselves as external. And another thing, being born on this planet is not just to be born. It's not a process of evolution. It needs to have process of transformation. Transformation. And this process only happens when you know yourself. And to know yourself is to know exactly how you map your emotions. Why you get mad, why you get sad, right? I get sad because Edmara here always treat me bad. And then if I don't say that, I should not get sad because she treat me bad, because she's using her free will. She treat me bad is not because I'm a bad person. But people think it is. People think, why she's treating me bad? Is something wrong with me? She treat everybody good, but she treat me bad. And then we already put it that there is something wrong with us. No, it's just her choice to do it. As soon as you assimilate with that, you run away from internal here. If I change that, look, she treat me bad. And then I started asking questions. I'm going to ask the question. She treat me bad because it's her choice, because she has the right not to like me. There is nothing wrong with me. As soon as I get out of the external, that's transformation. But as you're still responding to the exterior world as the same way you always respond, there's no evolution there. There's no transformation. Because intellectuality and knowledge has nothing to do with evolution. It has to do with memory. And that's the reason why when we are born again in the process of reincarnation, you forget everything. If you were part of your evolution, you won't forget. What is us and what is the external? That's what we need to separate. Any other questions?
So how is your evolution? How you feel?
I feel terrible, tell you the truth.
No, do you feel like you really know yourself very well?
No, I'm in a process of that. Because for the longest time, I was born in a Spiritist family. And I did like everybody did it. I treated Spiritism as a religion, as an external thing. Few years ago, about 10, 15 years ago, then I realized that it wasn't working. But for me to realize that, Paula, I had to confront myself. And after I confront myself, and then...
So do you believe that you evolved?
No.
So you're still the same? You're still the same.
No, I don't believe in evolution.
But that's your belief. Your belief.
That's my belief.
You don't believe in evolution?
No.
So what do you believe in?
I believe in discovering. If I'm already have everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Here we are here for discovering different things that will help you.
But discovery here, not outside, inside.
By little,
No,
you start
no.
discovering
Nothing external is going to modify internal. You need to discover here, inside. Because evolution is a process of material,
okay,
not spiritual. I don't believe in spiritual evolution. I believe in spiritual transformation. Evolution is the physical.
Right.
I understand.
Okay?
I agree
That's what
with
it
the
is.
Spiritual transformation.
Mhm.
But through the interaction that we have here, there, in everything or what you learn or what you read or whatever, you are transforming yourself. Or no?
No.
So what are you doing all the time that you're teaching these classes and doing this and that? You're not transforming yourself?
I'm not teaching the classes.
Well, I'm the talk.
All right, the talks, Paula. So transformation only happens when you experience and you apply that. And
I'm applying it.
huh?
I am applying everything I
That,
know.
if you're saying, if you apply, wonderful for you, honey.
Exactly. If I learn something about myself and I feel good and I think it will be, I am transforming myself a little by little.
That's good. So you are in a process of spiritual transformation. If you are changing yourself. But that's the question I ask.
Louis?
Do you know the difference between the old self and the new self? Did you question yourself?
Yeah.
The things that, that's it. I used to be this way, and now I'm going to be this way. I'm going to react this way. Yes.
I think spirit doesn't evolve because spirit. I think what evolves is maybe our awareness of it. That's what I think.
Yes.
So I become aware of this.
But the spirit is
It's
the one
very
that is
similar for what
aware.
But
he
the
said.
spirit, yeah.
He
doesn't
said
say
that we have everything already. We
Yeah.
just need to discover.
doesn't, yeah.
But, you know, kind of.
It's a process of access only. Access. We do not access the treasure that we have inside. Okay? That's what it is. Because the people that say they meditate here, they must be experienced that already. If you meditate, you already experienced that. And that's how you know. Because when you meditate, you're going to experiment your treasure that is inside here. So it's already here. So it's not a process of evolution. It's a process of accessing that. And be aware that to who you really are. And that's right, those people that change the world, they are aware who they are. These great people out there. Because they already know who they are. They already access it, and they have the awareness of this. Remember when I talked about the awareness? The dog doesn't know that he's a dog. But our awareness thinks that we are a body. our awareness is set to external, not to the internal. And that's why everything that we do is related to the body. It's nothing related to the internal. So we need to change the awareness for who we are. So the process of evolution does exist on a physical. But the spiritual transformation, it's awareness and access. And you can do this in one day, or you can do this in 20,000 lives. That's your free will, and you're going to do it this way. We're here together to exchange intellectuality, because this, what we hear, is knowledge. And knowledge is only good, it's like money. It's only good when you use it and when you apply it. Because if you put it in your pocket, that money has no value. Right? The same as knowledge. You acquire the knowledge. If you don't apply it,
It's useless.
It is. Any other questions? No? Joe?
Yeah, so you mentioned one of the most important things is understanding yourself, finding out who you are. I know you mentioned meditation. What else would you say is the most beneficial thing for discovering who you are?
Joe, I never meditated in my life because in Spiritism we didn't believe a lot in meditation. But when things started changing, I started meditating everything. And I'll tell you this, there is nothing before meditation. There isn't. Because meditation is the only path that will quiet your mind. And without quieting, making your mind very quiet, there is no way for you to access that. Because today, 100% of the time, it's not you that is living, it's the mind that is pointing everything in your life. So meditation is the first and the only initial path for that. And after you become a meditator on this, you're going to be able to access who you really are. And then from there, the universe is yours. Because through the meditation, you're going to understand your chakras. The first thing that's going to happen to you when you're meditating, you're going to feel your chakras. Okay? When you feel your chakras, you're going to start understanding who you are. The energy of your chakras, the color, what are they for? You're going to feel this on you. And when you feel that, you have access, how can I say, the most powerful thing that you have. And then you can do anything. Absolutely anything. We see these people that change the world. They don't come with the whole country. It's a person alone. Gandhi in India, Martin Luther King here. They were alone. Because they're so powerful. Because they already have this access. They already know who they are. They don't confuse themselves with the body, with the profession, with the social status. There is no other. Meditation. Meditation, meditation, meditation. And when you're ready, when you've done all your meditation, and then meditation. Okay? I'll tell you this. Do you know why Jesus Christ went 40 days in the desert?
Meditated. He was connecting with the other side.
No. He was getting rid of his ego. Because he lived entire life in the middle of everybody. And he needed his meditation to get back to his divine sense. Because personas, right? We use personas. I cannot be a spiritist everywhere I go. Can I? No. So I use the persona here, spiritist. She used the persona of a teacher on a school. But at home, she's not a teacher. She's a mother. When she goes out with her boyfriend, she's not a mother or a teacher. She's going to be what? Dating, right? So we need to put different personas to deal with the world. That's what he did. He put the persona until his pointer was, and then he went to 40 days to meditate and get rid of all the physical personas that he put it in, to get back into his divine persona, and only through meditation. Only through meditation.
How you can really get better on meditation when your brain is...
Practice. Practice, 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 practice. That's what it is. Practice, practice, practice. If we could do it here at the center, we eliminate all the talks and we do only meditation. It will be wonderful. Huh?
Isn't there that seminar of 48 hours, no talking, says the best?
Yeah, we did it here. It was wonderful.
It was the best thing you experienced.
There's people that did 10 days without talking. We did 2 days here at the center for no talking, just meditating. For me, one of the most wonderful times that I ever lived in here at the center.
Nobody else.
Did people share
Huh?
Because nobody else.
No. Because I had time to find myself, to silence the mind. Because 100% of the time is the mind and the ego. Mind and the ego.
I did it, I think, 1 month ago.
Mm-hmm.
1 week is this silence.
Yes.
And this amazing transformation because you look by yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you say, okay, it doesn't matter what happened around, just only me and my soul. And it's a super good experience.
There was a book from André Luiz they call Evolution Two Worlds. It's a very hard book to read because it talks about the physical of the insects, evolution of the insects and everything else. But there is a point there that he mentioned that some of the insects has no communication. They don't communicate. And the spirit mentioned that in between lines that communication is not a tool of evolution. Verbal communication. We only communicated verbally because we lost the way of being quiet. Because if you are really quiet, you can communicate it without.
telepathic?
It's not telepathic. Telepathy is also external. It's physical. It's different. And he's mentioned that the language of the universe is what? No. Silence.
It's what?
Silence. Silence. So, you see those big yogis in India when they recluse themselves and they learn how to be silent. And when they come back, they get closer to people. They don't need to communicate it to know you. They already know exactly who you are. Because it's just to get closer. Because the mind doesn't exist there anymore. The mind is just a tool waiting for you to give a command. Instead of us, that the mind is 24 hours a day. It's an AI mind today. Right? The most powerful AI that we have is the mind. Because it does exactly the same thing over and over and over and over without anybody asking. And through meditation, we're going to be able to calm that down.
So when somebody is in silence and can hear somebody else talking to you, that is not your mind. Somebody's talking to you.
So how do you do not know is your mind?
That's the question that I normally ask 100%. But it's just very meaningful what they are telling you, but it's not you.
Yeah, depends. You're going to have to figure it out on your own through experience. Okay? Because a lot of the times, people think they are hearing spirits, and it's not. A lot of the times they think it's a spirit, and it's not. It's all their own mind, and most of the times are their mind. Because intuition doesn't come through words. Intuition comes as a whole. Boom. You see the whole picture in once. And through meditation, you're going to be able to experience that. It's the most amazing thing in life. So, meditation, meditation, meditation.
When you see like a vision of something?
Not a vision. It comes to you, just know. Like, for example, it comes to you, I'll ask you a question that you have no idea what it is, right? And when I want to know things, that's what I used to do, because right now, not even time I'm having to come to meditation anymore on Tuesdays. But the experience that I had was like this. I had this question in my mind. So I did this process of meditation to get this question answered. And when I got an answer, it didn't come in words or phrases. It just came in a whole picture. I can't explain how it is, but you just know. Few minutes ago, you didn't know. Few minutes after, you already know. You know. It just comes to you. We changed the way we train our mediums here at the center too. Meditation first, concentration, exercise, and all that. All right, we need to finish because we already, 9:25. Any other question, though? And Joe, I'll give you another question. No? So meditation, my friend, and you're gonna see. And then, if you want to know yourself, you start to question yourself. Why do I behave this way when I'm with my mother, or with my girlfriend, with my father, or my job? Start it there. Ask those questions. Why do I get mad when somebody do this? Because you know when you get mad, right? But then you're going to have to ask yourself that. Why I'm getting mad when a person does that? And meditate on this. And then you're going to see that it's ego, pride. All right? So know yourself. And that's the way you know yourself, when you confront yourself 24 hours a day. And it needs to be a process of 24 hours a day. You get up in the morning, you go to work, you're always looking at yourself, policing yourself, questioning yourself. You see how things will change. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry about for the lateness.